hard to
Dude, let's
understand it in
let's
cities.
explain tent strips really quick, okay?
Yeah, this is a good one.
This is a good one to talk about because we've gotten some flack for using. So there's a mechanic. If you guys don't, if you haven't seen us use this before, there's a mechanic within Rush Hour where you can buy a tent at like the Mega Mall or like the U Tool, which is basically like like a tool shop or
Yeah, it's
whatever.
just like a tool shop around in the city.
Yeah, you buy like a pop up tent, right? And you can use this tent, and it takes a little while to use it. Like it takes like a little like kind of like loads, you know.
So you got like
You have to
master
like put
skills.
it to place it, you know. And you have to like time it, and you place it, and then it's a tent. And then if they run into it, it's pretty solid. Yeah, it's basically very solid. But they can pick it up, like they can get out of their car, pick it up. But we use it as a criminal's version of like a spike strip, right? So like what we'll do is we you can, and I will add, you can throw it out of a car while you're inside of it. We don't do that.
We don't.
We get out, we like stand there as if we're gonna spike strip, like they could see us standing there. Then we like throw it down, and it'll block. I think it's a really creative use of something within the server, as a criminal mechanic, and it depends also on how much you use it. But I think I think realistically, personally, I think there's no reason to get flack on that. Like at some points, you just as a criminal, you start asking like, "What do you want us to do?" You know, like what like do you not want us to do like anything different? You know what I mean? And
You need to
that's
see
the
some
question.
sort of spice up. And at the end of the day,
That's the thing. Yeah,
it's a thing that we can use to get away, but it's a thing that we're giving you two avenues. And what I mean by the two
yeah,
avenues is we can get away, yes, but you're going to be able to pick up that tent strip. If you would have
hmm
used spike strips or shot your tires or shot them, which is one of the other avenues which a lot of people take, then we would have ended the scene for them. And then it's like, yeah, it could have made it for some badass scene if it made sense. Well, I don't really see no substance behind it, and then PD have got no chance. They can
yeah,
jump out, take them down, and if they have a parallel, they can catch us, which has happened
yeah.
loads of times. At the times,
Absolutely.
it's really funny. But yeah, I don't know. It's the same thing as using blocks. So it's like if we use a block, there's always some sort of other entrance where you can get around or the way
Yep.
to parallel. So say like garbage. And if we do garbage, you can go through the other side of the bridge. By doing a block, we're just holding you off for 5 seconds. It's 5 seconds to get our boy away, yeah. But, you know, they have
Yeah,
a
I
lot of other
think.
tools as well when we're using tools, but we're not using them in the most ratty way. Is what I'm
Yeah, I
trying to say.
think. Yeah, the blocks. That's one thing that we've adopted recently, more and more.
Well, because of the
Uh,
boost.
yeah,
Just
it's
because
because
you
of
had
the
to get
boost.
the
Yeah,
car out.
yeah, and I think that's been better. Like I would rather do a block than a swap, right? And I think the reason for that is that uh yeah, it's better for it's more like the swaps aren't really entertaining in my opinion. You know, like you jump into another car, you go, but the
Well,
blocks are cool because you're like you have to like all work together, you know? All right, 3, 2, 1, we're coming through. Boom. He's got to hit it perfectly. We got to get through it perfectly. Yada yada yada. And I think for blocks, I think cops should like those personally, way more than swaps,
all right, so
but maybe not.
at least a little thing. So this is like things from like back in the day. I remember we had a chase once on a big bank. It lasted over an hour and 40 minutes. We did over 7 car swaps. But at times, a lot of people will cry about these car swaps. But what they don't understand is if you want a long scene, a gas tank in a car only lasts half an hour. I think it's like
Mm,
20 minutes, half an hour, or something like that. So you've
yeah.
only got half an hour to drive. If you run that gas out completely and you jump into another car and then you make this scene really long, I don't see an issue with it.
Yeah.
The issue is
Yeah.
if you run it around and you're jumping from one car to another just because you smashed it up or something like that and you constantly do it, then I can understand it. But if
Yeah.
people
Well,
say
that's
no
we call
swaps,
it.
no blocks, no nothing, your chase is always going to be deemed to be less than half an hour. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you really
Well, and
want a
there's a
long
lot of
chase,
times
which is really
where
cool at times, you won't be able to.
yeah. There's a lot of times where we'll call it off too. Like we'll be like, okay, guys, like, yeah, there's no more swaps or whatever. If we're gonna do something, let's get out with a block, or we got to just drive our way out
Yeah.
of this thing.
And it really
Yeah,
depends on the severity of the scene as well. So,
exactly.
like,
There's a
at
lot of things.
times, if your character's like, gonna lose it all, you're gonna get raided, then it's like, fine. Everything's off the board, we can. Well, not
Yeah,
everything's off the board, but what I'm trying to say is you can do a lot of swaps, you can do a lot of whatever.
yeah,
But
they've got to
obviously, if
catch you.
it's
Yeah,
yeah, it's more just obviously understanding the severity and how your character will take the severity of that. If
yeah,
it's something that it's not really worried about, then fair enough. But yeah, I feel like you need to at least have it in some sort of way controlled so you're not, just constantly getting away. feel like even
Yeah.
at times when I've gone into like certain situations and I've shot, it's like, what am I going to do? Just keep on going in the car and just lose 'em
Swap,
again?
swap,
I
swap,
feel
swap.
like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to change it up at times. And yeah, you don't want it to
Yeah.
always be the same outcome. So at times you may shoot, you may win. At times you may shoot, you may lose. At times you may drive, you may win. At times you may lose. But it's cool to have a distinct and not always going for the same thing.
Hey guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. There's another one right here, or like maybe right here, or something like that. Also, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you smash that subscribe button. If this is your first time ever seeing me, I'm also live on Twitch Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I might be live right now, you never know. All right, see you in the next video.